Libra, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early October 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's happening for the lovely Libra collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going, my guides. Talk to me. What do we got for the Libras in their birthday season, might I add? What energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Libra in Libra season. And while we get this first card out, I just want to wish you all a very happy birthday from me to you, whether it's coming up, whether it's just passed. I really hope you have a fantastic one, my friends. Let's get it going. A happy, safe birthday to you. Okay. Oh, we got the Alchemist, very similar to the Hermit. Okay. Even though this isn't a tarot deck, I do link this to Hermit-like energy. And it's not bad. There's a big focus here. It's a very deep type of energy, very spiritual as well. There's an intensity to this card as well. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the October subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this unique individual over here. So we see this bald dude. He has the alchemical symbol for the sun right on his third eye, which does speak of illumination, aha moments, seeing things clearly for what they are. And notice he's looking at his potion. He's looking at his creation. So this is a big card of manifesting and creating. Now, aside from that, and I've been seeing this for other signs, specifically the cardinal signs, is that the powers of creation could be heightened. When I see this card, I think of focus. Okay, so for some Libras, there might be one situation that's taking up the lion's share of your focus. There could be something you're working towards. To me, there's just feeding a lot of energy towards this. Another message we could pull from this is maybe being under the microscope, right? Maybe you got someone under yours. Maybe you're under someone else's microscope, doing a little watching, peeping it out. So all these things could be in play when we see this energy. There's also wisdom here too. So there's a lot of depth to this, okay? Now, I'm not saying what you're focusing on shouldn't be focused on. That's absolutely not the case, but it just shows it. You see that intent in that Hermit's face. So we're just going to leave them down there for now. Let's see what shows up in the reading itself. Get you some tarot cards going. And I always say the first card here, he doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. So let's get you 3 cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up here for the lovely Libras, please. And while we do, let's talk about last week's reading, my friends. It was titled An Explosive Return. Now, it makes sense, especially in your time of the year, and then especially with what's going on in the sky, like astrologically. It showed up in multiple spots in the reading that there could be various things, situations, even people that reemerge, things that you've dealt with before or dealt with similar situations. So we're going to see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone that you're linked to. Let's get it going. 3 cards here for my lovely Libras. What's happening? What is going on? Okay, Knight of Swords, very fast, very rapid, very, very quick. And I do feel like I've seen this in the same position for another sign. Maybe it was Sag. Might have been Sag, but we'll talk about it further. This Knight of Swords is going towards something really, really quick, so something's coming in. Let's get a couple more. I mean, that could be a card of you as well. 3 of Pentacles, there could be a big focus on career or groups of individuals when this card is here. So we're definitely going to want to check that out further as well. Let's get one more here. What we got for Libra? Thank you. All right, King of Swords, lots of people, lots of power cards for you as well. Okay, so we're definitely going to have to take a very close look at this with the King of Swords chilling right there on the back. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. So at first look, first glance, I know I was given some of the vibes as they were popping out. Notice that your power elements here. So Libra is an air sign. Knight of Swords, King of Swords, big air sign energy. So these could be 2 of your power cards showing up. So there is some sort of self-focus showing up here as well. Unless these are other people in your life with prominent air placements. So we'll look at that as we move through the reading itself. The one thing I always say about the sword court cards, they're stern. They're about their business. They are very analytical, plan-based, very cerebral, intelligent types of energies. So like when I see the mental action that could be surrounding the Libra collective in this time, it doesn't feel like a fairy tale. It doesn't feel just like imagination. Like there's a logic to it. So let's go through piece by piece and really start to build this out, because yeah, we do have some earth here grounding things down. A lot of you could be looking at things realistically or practically. But position number one, the Knight of Swords. Very, very fast moving, one of the fastest movers of the whole entire deck. Now, knights to me are very similar to pages. They could represent communication, they could represent action in general or progress. So when we see him starting off a spread, he's shooting out like out of a cannon. Like this is quick, this is coming in hot. Okay, so again, whether it's something you're moving towards really quick or an energy moving towards you rather quick, I mean, all could be the same here. Now, the Knight of Swords, although aggressive, gets things done. Okay, so for a lot of Libras, there's certain things like you're marking things off the list. You could accomplish this, accomplish that. This is a very positive energy for you in specific, but all cards have challenges. What's a challenge of the Knight of Swords? Could be aggressive. This could be an angry type of energy or mad. Sometimes it represents conflicts, especially if we're talking about communication. So we're going to have to see how it looks, especially since we have energies of multiple individuals or groups of people showing up here. To me, I feel neutral as of right now, but the Knight of Swords could turn quickly. Okay, it could turn real quick from nice to not. Moving to the center, we have the Three of Pentacles. That is a card of teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work, am I right? So when I see it, I do think of career. I think of what you do for a living, how you earn money. If that's not the case, it's a group of individuals. It's a collective of people. Maybe not your astrological collective. It could be like, again, co-workers, family. It's a unit of people, and usually it's moving very smooth. So in my style of reading, we might just be looking at the energy of the people around you or someone around you. In its challenge, this could represent group drama, group dynamics, more than two, where it's like, all right, this is getting a little messy. But again, for some of you, it could just be as simple as having money on the mind. Could be very simple. We don't always have to overcomplicate the messages. But yeah, it could get messy sometimes. And that's what I'm seeing with the dynamic of this energy, is that it could be very grounded, logical, practical, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, but it could take that turn. Moving to the back end, we have the King of Swords. Now remember, this isn't gender specific, so this could be another one of your power cards right here. Kings represent control of their suit, and as I'm sure a lot of you know, swords represent communication, thought process. So when we see the king, it's like, okay, I'm going to control what I say and how I say it and who I say it to. It's very, I don't want to say it's like planned out, but to me, when I see the king, I don't even want to say calculated, because then that sounds cold-hearted, but it's being careful of what it says and who it says it to. So for some Libras out there, you might just be acting in that way. Like, okay, well, I could talk to this person like that, but I can't talk to this person like that. Just like weighing how you speak to certain people. The King of Swords is a huge planner. Remember, we're talking about intelligence, logic, planning. So whether you have something in the works, something you're planning, maybe someone else is, it's very possible with this King of Swords. But just like that Knight of Swords, these people mean business. They're very serious. They're not playing around. Okay, so we're absolutely going to want to look into all these further, because that's a common theme I'm picking up with all these cards, is although this energy in the middle is a little soft, it's like, yeah, I mean business here. It doesn't feel super nice. So I want to dive deeper on all of it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay. Let's get a good shuffle here, see what's happening for the Libras. Guides, what's happening? What's going on? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. What's going on that Knight of Swords? And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. If you have any messages you want to give to Libra, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, Knight of Swords. Why is it shot out of a rocket? What's going on here? Thank you. Oh, this is someone getting very active, very quick. It's very much like, I'm not waiting around. I'm not waiting around. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to delay. Just like I was saying with this guy over here in the back, like very calculated, plan-based, this one in the front is the opposite of that. And it's a very, very, I don't want to say aggressive energy, but maybe it is aggressive. The Page of Swords, also part of this whole family. So notice, like, again, groups of people. The only one we're missing is the Queen so far. In the upright is usually very pulled back, right? It's watching something, it's analyzing, just like these other ones. It's defensive. When it's in reverse, it's like, I'm not waiting around. I got to do something, or I'm going to do something. This does not feel passive at all. Now, I know from having so many beautiful Libras in my life, Libras don't often do things too spontaneously. There's always a method behind it. There's always a reason. You know, some signs are more spontaneous than others, but I've noticed a lot with Libras, with regardless of the situation they're dealing with, everything's done for a reason. Everything's done with a specific time period. And when I see this Knight of Swords with the Page of Swords in reverse, it's like, all right, now it's go time. Now I'm taking action. Now I'm moving. Like, I'm not sitting back and watching. Now's the time to move. So there could be something that has you a little flustered in this time. So keep that in mind. You might feel a fire burning underneath you. You might be feeling more like a fire sign than an air sign when I have this alignment, because it's like, yeah, I'm not waiting. I'm not stopping. I'm acting. Again, it does feel a little aggressive. I want to see how the rest of this plays out, because with the Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords, it could be a little confrontational still. So I'm not going to say someone's like upset or angry just yet, but there's a potential for it. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving, but big action here in the front. Big action, like somebody's going to make a move here. So let's see what the Three of Pentacles has. So why is that 3 here? Why is that 3 of Pentacles here for Libra? Thank you. Now another card of strategy and planning. Okay, someone probably has a plan up their sleeve here. Okay, so whether it's you with like a plan A, B, C, D, or it's somebody else, like there's just too many strategic cards here, because the Page, the Knight, the King, they all do have elements of having that strategic air about them. And when I see the Two of Wands, it's another one of my biggest cards of strategy. So for a lot of you, I don't feel like this is someone that's completely misinformed. I feel like with all the situations you're dealing with, you know the deal. Like, you know what's up, you know the deal. Even if you feel like there's some mystery or things that you don't know, pretty sure you got a gist of what it is you're dealing with here. But aside from that, like when I see all this planning, to me, it's either you might be in the planning phase, which should be ending soon because there's no more planning here. It's like, okay, now it's time to act. This could also be Spirit saying, like, listen, whatever your next move is, Libra, don't be spontaneous about it. Be methodical about it. Slow and steady. Plan it out. It's all over this reading. So whether it's your plan or someone else's, it's showing up here strong. So let's move in on the King of Swords. Let's see, maybe we'll see if this energy, this plan is going to work. So why is the King of Swords here? Thank you. Okay, so we have the Six of Swords in reverse. Very, very intriguing how this is going, because it's like the one energy on the front end is like, let's go, go, go. And the other one's like, nah, not yet. So watch out in this time for people throwing little monkey wrenches in your plans. I feel like if this is somebody else, like there might be a little monkey wrench last minute. It's giving me that vibe where it's like, all right, well, the plan is to do this. I'm going to do it this way, that way, and this way. When I see the Six of Swords reverse underneath the King of Swords, it's like, oh, no, here's a curveball for you. Now, another thing I picked up last week with the energy of things returning, the Six of Swords is a card of things revisiting, coming back around. So this alignment does lock up with the reading we had last week. So it makes it still valid, that there could still be a lot of situations or things that are you might have to revisit or could return. But I do feel for some of you, this could either be a surprising situation or a problem. Like it's a last second curveball to me, even though there's like planning involved. Now, for a portion of you, this could be Spirit saying like, okay, Libra, have plan A, B, C, D, and E. Okay, like make sure you're very thorough about something before you act on it. Because the Six of Swords, sometimes that in reverse, it represents choppy waters. So I feel like you need to have backup plans here for whatever it is you're dealing with. So let's go through and do a quick recap. There's just so much planning and strategy here. So I don't know what you guys got going on, but let's take a look here before we get to the shadow card. Position number 1, we're starting here with the Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords reverse. Let's go, go, go. This energy doesn't really want to sit there and strategize. It wants to act now. It wants to get something moving. So we have big action happening here in the front end. So whether it's a want for it or it's going to happen. Moving to the center, we have, and it does feel a little aggressive, we have the 3 of Pentacles with the 2 of Wands. Calculated, planned, smooth, easygoing type of vibe, whether it is work-related or something completely separate. Like, I do feel there's, like, methods that need to be followed, where it's like, okay, I'm going to do this, then I'm going to do that, then I'm going to do this. It feels extremely methodical to me. Moving to the back end, we have the King of Swords with the 6 of Swords in reverse. So yes, this could be the energy returning like I saw last week, whether it's situations you've dealt with. But I do also feel like this could be a last-second curveball from the universe. So whether their plan goes awry at the last second or your plan or strategy, there's like a little curveball involved where it's like, oh, it's not going to go exactly to plan. That king is stomping the brakes. So plan for every eventuality. So please take a screenshot if you'd like. Let's see what's in the shadows for you, Libra. What's in the shadows for my Libras, please? Guys, what's going on? And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing. So let's get you one. Oh, and yes, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this going. What do we got? What do we got in the shadows for Libra, please? Okay, so another individual. So that's a big theme. A lot of people around you, okay, or will be at the very least. We got the Queen of Cups showing up in the shadows. Now, she does have a totally different vibe than the core cards we were seeing in the main part of the spread this week. Big water sign energy, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio showing up here. And when I see her, I do think of the realm of feeling, whereas we were just looking at practicality, logic, grounded thinking. She's kind of the opposite. She goes off of how things feel in the moment. For a lot of Libras, when we see this, just know, like, you might have some intense emotional times when she shows up in the shadows, because it's like, okay, even if it doesn't seem like it, I'm feeling things powerfully when the Queen of Cups is here. She's usually a beautiful card of emotional expression. I love whenever she shows up, even in the shadows, but she does represent very deep emotional feelings. So just know, if there's somebody that seems a little air-like, cold and calculated, deep down on the inside, it's much softer than that. Either that or you're going to be feeling like a little bit of up and down when this shows up in the shadows, or you're connected to a water sign. But yeah, Libra, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the October subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can check out my digital calendar for the month of October at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. But for the October subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of one of my favorite decks, the Tarot of the Owls. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. Second, let me know down in the comments, hypothetically, if you had to get a tattoo of a tarot card, which one would you choose and why? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love. I'll see you again soon.